two half blocks, half block wedge, another half block wedge, delta wing 1 by 1. This is all gonna be the lower base part. You're gonna have two of these triangle wedge things. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're gonna add a half wedge down onto it to continue it back. Then you're gonna get two motor one, and you're just gonna clip them all together like this. Make sure they have lock-on settings. And then this is just two half beams. Both beams here. And then you're gonna grab your trapdoors, make sure they're on this, I think, semicolon. This just closes them once you spawn in. I'll go over the camouflages. I'll go over this basic camouflage at the end of this, at the very end of this tutorial, or it might be in a separate video where I'll go over them, but, and then you'll have these two downward half wedge down on these last two parts, and then on this last set part of it. Then you're gonna switch to these inner, and go to these block 1 by 0.09. Make sure this arrow is facing the right direction inward, because the opposite side of the arrow has the, you see how the side opposite of the arrow is the one that's slightly in and won't rub up against stuff. And then you're gonna go into this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just replace this with another two half beams, make it a little more optimized. Check. 2, 3, 4. You're gonna get these two half wedge down 1 by 2s. And you're gonna get half block, propeller blade up like this. This just makes it so that the because what's happening is the plane is pitching up a lot naturally, so this will basically cause the lift, the rear side of it to generate lift as we're moving, so it won't pitch up. And then you're gonna get two 1 by 2 wing panels for some more stability. You're gonna connect these to this little conjunction here, which basically will lock in both of these sides. Get another disconnector. It's like building with Legos, feels like sometimes, but then we're gonna go here, lock, block, block. And we have trail here. Right here, trail and trail. Now we can review this really quick. 1, check, check, check. 1, 2, check. And then at the end of this, you should have a you should have here, and then room for an anchor block right here, which this will just let you to keep your thing in place and with physics on, so your motors can turn. And then we have this convoluted mess. I'm pretty low on signs, so I might replace text 1 by 2s. So I might have to delete some of these, or just while I'm building it, I might be replacing some of these text 1 by 2s with text 1x3s, but just so you know the end result, as long as you connect everything with text 1 by 2s, and remember, this is something with text that a lot of people mess up, the hitbox is only on the back, the side opposite of the text. So if you try to connect your text like this, they're just gonna fall and clip through the map, and then go yoink and disappear. Nothing will happen then, so you gotta make sure whenever you're building chains, it's like this, and then where you have 2 and then 1 on the conjunction between them. But so now we're gonna be adding this in with 2 text 1 by 3s. Both of our text 1 by 3s there. And then on the bottom we have another text 1 by 3, and then a text 1 by 2 to a piston. You can just build up 2. Build up 2 there. Check. And then right here. Piston. And then we have our pistons. To move down those, you because you're gonna move down the this piece that goes under the wings and kind of, it's gonna basically create a little cove for our variable geometry winged Titan right here. 1.12 is gonna be your settings. I use left bracket. You can use any key one. Actually, did I extend this? Oh, give me a second. I messed this up. Just extend them forward one. Yoink, and then there we go. Now it's right because we have our edges here and then our piston. And then the piston connects to the wings, this lower section, through this combination of texts. 1, 2. You're gonna do it on the other side. I wish Richard gave me 2,000 texts. This would make it so easier. I have to go delete some in a second to get some more, but then we go 1, 2. This is just all control surfaces, so you can go following this. So you can go. Wait, is this above it? Wait, yeah, here we go. So that's that one part, and then it starts one in front of it, and then this side is. So it's like this, and then this. More. Make sure these are all equals, because you don't want to be just having your cursor slightly off to one side of the screen and you're playing jerking around. Then you can go like this. Actually, no, it's overlaps a bit because we're going to clip them together. We're going to clip this one half a block down and then half a block forward. And then we have our 2 half blocks here on the very back of this. Grab your wing panels again. You're going to want a wing panel 1 by 2 here. Also, just so you know, I will be replacing some of the individual blocks from this one, so your F14 might run a bit better than mine because I'll have less blocks. Because I'm just substituting a lot of these ones. Oops. This one's different. It goes like this. And that. And then you're going to want to grab your Delta Wing 1 by 2. And this should match up with the end. Yep, this last one will match up with the end of this conjunction here. Check and check. So grab your trails again, make sure they're on equals. Actually, yeah, and then you want them on the inside because if they're on the outside, they'll wait. Where did I place those? I placed them down there. You want them on the inside because if they're on the outside, they'll rub up against the landing gear. Because the landing gear folds back into this little text box. That was the only thing that could really fit for hiding the landing gear. And then we have 1, 2, 3 half blocks on the back of that trail. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to place a half wedge, and it'll be going up. And then you'll have another half wedge, but this time it's going inwards. And then you'll have another, and then you'll have half block wedge. And then just to finish this off, you're gonna grab your triangle wedges. You're gonna need 4 of them for this. I'm gonna go 1, 2. This is just all in the interior to kind of flush it out. And bingo. And this is our entire first layer. Actually, yeah, wait, no, we have one other thing to do for the first layer. You're gonna need to grab this little mess in order to clip it in the right way, but so you're gonna grab this guy right here. You're gonna want to place him on the back of your piston, facing outwards. Then you can place one here and then delete that interior one. Place one here, delete that interior one. We're gonna use another text 1 by 3. Grab your text 1 by 3s. Check, and then check. And then you're gonna go directly out into a camera and then up onto this other side. So you're gonna go 1 there, 1 there. And also, just so you know, once you're done, click on all your texts, and then you're gonna go period. You're gonna just type in a period, and then you'll put in the smallest. You'll just boot the size all the way down to the bottom, and they'll disappear effectively. So you won't see any of these texts in the end. they're just like cameras, but they clip through everything. And then you'll put some signs here, and you'll be set. 1, 2, and then this should be matching up. Hopefully I'm not making any big mistakes right now, or missing anything. And then check, that's 1. And then your number 2. I have to go delete some text in a second from the other one. And there we go. So yeah, that's basically layer 1. Now we're gonna make the motor locking tower all the way up to the top. Actually, we'll do it in segments at a time because the motor locking tower is really confusing for these. Like, you always start off making it straight, and then you'll like have to curve because some will be poking out too far and stuff. We'll start off with looks like it goes up a few, and then we'll add our wings in this segment. Our goal for this tutorial is going to be to get this area in, and then like most of this chunk, and the next trail will be going over these intakes and the rest of that front upper part. So let's get started right here. You're gonna start with your motor on the right side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can use trails or cylinders, your choice. Trails I think are a little lighter. Actually, I think trapdoors are the lightest out of all of them. I don't remember. I'm not like one of those. I'm not really that sweaty when it comes to weight. I'm having to be perfect on that, but yeah, so it looks like we do this to avoid the sides poking out from behind. You go 1, 2 on that, both down, and then you're gonna go, and then there's gonna be another one right in front of this, right here. And I think that's all we'll need. That's all we'll need for now. So now most of this is gonna be straightforward. Click on your thing. You're gonna grab that. You're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I think this one has a 1, 2. Not sure. No, it doesn't have a 1, 2. I couldn't fit one there. You're gonna be using a lot of PvP blocks. TNT blocks. It looks like it's about 49 over there. It's just mostly because I hate springs. You could try to replace it with springs. Good luck with that. I don't touch springs at all because they're so buggy and sometimes they just like to kill my game. So I don't risk it, especially when you're in the middle of building something. I don't have a ring just crash Roblox. So right here, but now we're going on to the second layer. But this is more engine stuff, and now we're building the rear of this. So you'll have the upper part of your wing go here, and you'll have a part that angles down slightly, and that's going to be up there. And then you're going to have a part that goes back up and around to the engine. This is what we're going to be doing now. So grab 2 motors. You're going to put them on the back of this spot right here, the upper side. And then you're going to grab 2 half triangle wedge. Remember this part being pretty confusing. Go 1, 2. Then you're gonna grab a bunch of normal wedges, normal text 1 by 2s. So get ready. Make sure you're not mixing these texts up. These texts are things that'll get a lot of people mixed up. So you want to go 1, 2, 1. Text on this side, text on that side, text on that side. And then you're gonna go on the other side. Same thing. Text there. Not there. Text 1, 2, 3. And now we have this, anything connected, anything we place here will be connected to that. And next we have our motors that we're going to put on top, and then a trail on top of that. And that's going to connect us to all these, this mess of stuff over here. This connects to that, this upper spot connects to there, and then it's a bit confusing, but it's basically clipping this part up onto the same level as this, and then 1/2 a block in. So you can still see the outline of that top of that place, but it'll still be hidden well. So right here, we're gonna go. So grab your 2 motors and make sure they're locked. 1, one motor there locked, one motor there locked. Grab trails, make sure they're on equals so they're not, you don't have to click L each time. It's extremely annoying to do that. Even if there's one, you gotta click L, so you either gotta be super attentive or not try to do nothing about it, so. And then we have this, you can optimize this so that you can go 1x3, 1x2, and 1x2. So we're gonna start off by getting our texts out, some more text 1x2s. We're about to run out of them. Once I do, I'm gonna go delete some from the other one. That in spots we don't need them, or I can just recreate it, because like this is really straightforward, it's just a bunch of text connected to that. So, yeah, we connect those there, and we're gonna go wing panel 1x2, 1x2. Next, you're gonna go another wing panel 1x2, where you're gonna offset it 1 to this side. Wing panel 1x2, I mean, not that side, you're offsetting it inside. Wing panel 1x2, wing panel 1x2, and then you're gonna go wing panel 1x3, wing panel 1x3, delta wings, just sprinkle them on top on these caps right here. 2, 1, 2, there we go. And then we're gonna grab our trapdoors, equals minus, and then we're just gonna toss them on here. Sprinkle some there, there. And we're gonna go right here, in, just like that, and there you go. Then we have this weird spot we gotta connect it to, so let me check this out. So we're gonna go check, and then so this part right here is where things get weird. I don't even know if, actually yeah, this does touch something, so this connects to that. So you're gonna go grab your trails unequal, you're gonna go, so this connects to that and this connects to that. So right now this all is connected, and this will work. So next we're gonna get a little more confusing. So now we're gonna grab, you're gonna need 3 motors locked together to get all of this, because it's a 1.5 width thing. So you need to go place one here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, there you go. And then grab your trails right here. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. And then right over here we have trail up, and then grab your cameras, connect them directly to this spot here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, delete the one in the middle, grab your motors, block, place up, 1, 2, place up, 1, 2. Then you're gonna grab your half wedges again. You're gonna be using a lot of these. I mean, you're not gonna like hit the 2000 limit, but these are probably some of my favorite shapes. I don't know. They're just nice to look at, maybe. The way they kind of like, maybe they, I'm not sure. But then you have this. You're gonna place 1 half block on the very last spot of it. Now we can do an alignment check. This last spot should align with this one. This last spot should align with this one, the very one before. Check. And then now that you've placed that, you can move on to this side. So for this, it's gonna get a little weird, but you're gonna go place 1 here. You're gonna delete this in a second. Go 1, 2, and 1. Check. 1 here, up 1, and 1, 2. Now you're gonna go place a half block on each one of these. You're gonna go place a half wedge here, here. Also, yeah, the things I was using, half wedge down 1x2s, and then get half block wedge. And check. Looks like everything here is good. Now we just have the signs to mess around with. So this is gonna connect. Oh, this is gonna be confusing. So we have sign 1x2, sign 1x2. I mean, text 1x2, text 1 and 2. There and there. So what you can do, grab your text 1x2s. You're gonna have a lot of text 1x2ing to do. Go 1, 2, 1, Oop, looks like we're out. Time to go grab some fresh text 1x2s from the old build. Actually, this has been 1x3ified. I can delete just the bottoms for a lot of this and still remember, know where the rest is, or delete a chunk in the middle. And then we're gonna have to, this is gonna be so painful to remember later on, but I think I'll get through it. There we go, like that. And then now what I want you to do is grab a normal block, place it here, a normal block, place it here, because you need something to place this text 1x3 on top. And then you're gonna sneak it one in there and sneak one in there. And ta-da, now you have most of that connected. I think there's one more I have to do though. Is there? That connects like that connects like that. What is this connecting to though? Where is this connected? Because I don't think that's a firm connection. This connects to there. Actually, I think it might be connected. I'm not sure what it's connected to though. Is it? Because I know this goes along here. Theoretically, it should fall off. Just not. I'm missing some. I know. Because this doesn't fall off, so I'm like, which one is? How's it all connected together? I guess I can spawn it in. Also, everything on my side's gonna fall off because I haven't done the camera lock on this because I was moving it around a lot. Oh, yep. So these top two are falling off, which means I forgot to fully connect them. Because what I forgot to do was add one last text 1x2 actually. Not text 1x2, but I mean, yeah, text 1x2. Flip it so it's facing upwards. A good little text 1x2, and then slap one in there, and slap one in there, and ta-da! Now all of this will work. You can spawn it in, make sure everything's somewhat clipping in. If something's stuck, review the spot where you just review. You can maybe watch it on ×2, or just look around like this and make sure everything appears the same. These texts are really tricky and they'll get a lot of people. So now we're gonna move on to this nose cone spot. We're moving to the upper area where I've gone to. So I guess we can start off with this nose cone spot. So right over here, you're gonna want to get up. So there's two pistons here, but we can start by placing these pistons because they'll work as like key spots of like, okay, there's gonna be a piston here, so build around that. So you're gonna go 2 above this connector, and these are the stats, 0.4. So your last disconnector, go 1, 2. They should be the same level, but. And then there's another one back here, and this one's setting this is 0.43. This is gonna push the wings up actually, so they're in between that gap. Because if they weren't, they'd just be clipped to the bottom, and they wouldn't want to turn, or they'd bug. And since Rickshaw's Motor 2s are very fun to mess around with, they will probably just fling your build off the map, or something, or they'll just be bugging and flying around. So about here, 1, 2, place. It's gonna be where we're gonna do it. 1, 2, place. And tada, now that we've got both those, there's a couple more things we gotta do. So start off with the text 1x3. Text 1x3. Jump, 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 jump. Put a text 1x3 right. Wait, why won't my thing lock? Oh, I'm clicking on button. Text 1x3 right here. Put a trail. Not touching because it's gonna go up farther. Then you're gonna put. Oh, actually, wait. No, that's. So we can. I'm not sure exactly how I did this. We're gonna go to that side, and then that side, and then into this middle spot. So you're gonna go. What we're gonna want to do is go 1, 2. Let's grab a 1 equals 1. Also, a tutorial on one of these. This is the earlier modified version. Just cutter motor. Make sure the motor has these settings: equals -0.9 1000 powered lock. Get a anchor block with physics on, and then go 3 trails up and 3 trails to that side, and then a camera. It doesn't really matter what faces it is. You're just gonna hold minus or whatever keys for angle locking until it's right above this spot. I would normally not recommend putting a key. I don't have a key for it to go backwards, because at that point, once you start moving it around too much, some of them start to lock and it starts to get messed up, because Plane Crazy 1 motors aren't the best. But I'd recommend just holding it until you get close and then maybe tapping it if you really want to be precise. But yeah, make sure you're gonna need the. We don't have any angle locking yet, but this thing we're about to do is gonna have some. Okay. Gosh, we have so much to get through. We just gotta get these sides though, and this one will be done. Let me think. This actually might be a 3-part if it gets too hard, but. So we're gonna go. Oh, I forgot to go. Before I go 1, I was distracted telling you guys about the other thing. We're gonna go 1, 1, and then this other one's gonna connect to this here. Check. Make sure that's locked. And then let me think. Check. Oh, you have this little chunk thing. You're gonna need a couple text 1x2s, which I don't have. I could theoretically use text 1x. I can just use text 1x3s. It doesn't matter unless you're really concerned about weight. You can use text 1x2s for this. It's just text 1x2s would be 1, 2 to the side, 1, 2. This goes 1, 2, 3 to the side, 1, 2, 3. Wait, does that work? Yeah, that works. There's nothing over there. So next you're gonna go. Here we go. Motors. You're gonna lock both of these wings in one side. We're already to the wings. Sometimes it feels like it's going by fast, but at the same time, this tutorial is gonna be like 2 hours long. So I guess that's all relative to what you're thinking. Already at the wings, so now we're gonna go grab. This is where it's gonna get funny, I guess would be a way to put it. I need more text 1x2s. Uh-oh. Mr. Text 1x2 man, give me a treat. I need more text 1x2s. I can actually just delete all the texts off of one of these wings because I already have the. Actually, I think I'm just gonna delete this entire wing, just because I'm gonna need room to place the rest of my stuff behind my plane, and this wing will interfere. And I also have an exact copy of it, so we'll just remove this wing right here really quick. I will use the other wing to copy everything down. Any extra trails I can scavenge from either. Okay. But yeah, so now you can see pretty clear. Also, it's easier to see in now. So you're gonna go text 1x2 from the bottom of this. Gosh, wait, did I place this too low? Don't tell me I placed it too low. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh, it goes on top, not the bottom. Okay, there we go. I was like freaked out. I messed everything up. I was like, no, go back. Don't want to have to redo. And editing's such a pain when you mess up because you have to you have to delete everything you've done up until you made that mistake, or like have a separate spot where you go back and like go over here's the mistake and how to fix it. But yeah, you just gotta be careful when you're making these and check. Do like I call them little like what do you say? I guess just little checks every so often. You're gonna go camera. And now you're gonna go, so these are gonna go up to here and then up to there. So you can actually just do this by going, you're gonna go text 1x2. Text 1x2. And then you're gonna grab a text 1x3. I mean, you can use 1x2. You just wanna connect these 2 spots, and I'm gonna show you what. I'm gonna put one behind there so I can have something to set this other one on. You can go 1x3. 1x3, and then you can use text 1x3s in conjunction like this. It does the exact same thing as a 1x2, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. So then you can go 1x2 and 1x2. And once that's done, you're gonna get your motors. I set these at 51 degrees. I think it's like slightly different than the actual one, but it was just when I had to turn the wing to get it to the right position I wanted. You can modify them a bit. Like some people might want them to be like slightly farther back, but I started getting, the problem I think was the wing was like repeatedly slapping into the edge of the, bumping into something inside of here, It was creating some weird force that was trying to veer the plane off to one side, and I was like, no thank you. But yeah, so you're just going to want to get these motors. Put one here for now on this wing. V equals 2, 1051 degrees, servo and toggle on. And there should be one behind this, two behind to the left of that piston. Let's do another relation check between all these things. Yeah. Checks, check. You should be able to go done, 1, 2. And then this should be like 1 off from there. You can do it. This is a easy way to check it. So you have this edge of this, go to the right, 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3, here, and then that's the inertia will be kind of in the slanted direction right there. A little slope of 3, I guess. Check. So now we have our motor lock tower working up to there, and we have one side working. But now we got to get this wing done. And the way you're gonna get the wing done is step 1. You're gonna want to block a key. I use a rate block. You're gonna want 2 keys for this. You know, 1 key. You can the most straightforward way would be to have. Well, actually, not 1 key to explode all TNT. Some TNT will be different, but so you're gonna have a couple of keys. This is gonna be 1 key for initial. You can have 1 key to click things to free up motors, because sometimes when you spawn in, motors will move around. So you're gonna need 1 key for TNT. I'll call TNT 1, 2s, or 3s. 1 is gonna be when will be you spawn in, you click these, then you click the piston key. Number 2 is gonna be I've angled everything. I can click that key then, and number 3 is gonna be after everything else is clipped together. You do it to either free something up or clip something together last. This is gonna be a 3 because it's gonna be the last thing you're gonna clip. You can actually use 1, 2, and 3 if you want to. You can call this a 3, but I use right bracket. But yeah, this is gonna be the last thing you're gonna clip, and then we can place this on in exact same way on the other side. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you're gonna go 1, 2. Actually, it's only gonna be 1 off from that weird motor. Oh gosh, I can't zoom out right now. Yes. So now we're going to copy the exact same thing on the other side. So let's text 1x2s. I'm just going to delete the other one once I finish so I can have enough. I'll just delete all the stuff around it so I can get enough text 1x2s to actually do this. And then you're going to go. But yeah, you're also going to want to go text 1x3 underneath that. Text 1x3 underneath that. Place your motor here. I'll go over the settings in a second. I'm not sure if it's different or the same. I think it's different because it's the opposite side, but sometimes I'm not sure like what the system is. And then done. And last but not least, 1 text here. So now you got the base to both your wings set up. And then we'll get this nose come down in a second. I might just do these in very small segments to make it easier for me to go over. I could do like a couple 30 minutes like each day, and then very slowly go over it. And it would give me some time to free up some other motor text 1x3s from this. But I don't think so. This, and then you're gonna have another text 1x3. Text 1x3. Text 1x3. Check. Text 1x3, and then you're gonna have to go. I'm not gonna use a text. I'm gonna go text 1x3 spaced all the way there. So in order to get this text 1x3 space thing down, so first we wanna make sure when we're switching over. So you're gonna have text 1x3 here, and on the very edge you're gonna switch. So to start off, we can clip, and then there's, not space here, space there. This is the most efficient way to use text, and 1x3s with a space in between. And we're just going to go to the right for how many blocks? We're going to go to the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I had just the right amount of space, but I might not have enough space. If so, that would be a problem. And I'd have heights fine. I can just delete like this edge spot here. And then I can get a screenshot from my showcase and come back over. But yes, so let's see. We're gonna go like that, and then we can get the bottom side of this done by placing one like this in the middle of each. So use your delete tool or move tool to feel around where you need a place. Check. And then this is like that. Oh wait, I just placed them all too. Wait, did I? Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you go to the right. And then, so you're gonna place one here. And then there's another one here. Actually, I'm not sure if it keeps going. We'll do that. And now we can start building in reference to the wings. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab triangle delta wings 1x3. I use ice just to make sure it slides in and out easy. And then you're gonna have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Actually, yeah, I think we're gonna have like just enough space to barely scrape by. Actually, we might not. I think we might have to delete it and scoot it over 1. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna have to delete and scoot over 1, but it's fine. Now grab your. So you're gonna have to do something funny here, but you're gonna have to go. Wait, did I place them all 1 too far? Yeah, that delta wing's supposed to be in front of it. It's fine. Because yeah, this wouldn't turn at all. It would just be stuck in the fixed position. So if you want to have it stuck in the fixed position, you could scoot it 1 back, I guess. But I don't think you guys. I think you guys want to have that variable geometry stuff. So right here, equals. Grab a wing panel 1x2. Check. Such a pain to make enough room for like this much of this wing to fit in it. Because I initially was like, oh, I'll just have it angle out like this, and it looks so ugly. It literally looks like your wing's hanging on by a thread. Ugh. And then you can't just add text because then it looks even weirder because you have a bunch of black squares over your wing. So I was like, ah, fine. But yeah, so you're gonna go 1, 2. You have this, and it's gonna be 1, 2 back, I guess. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And now once you have this wing, grab your nice delta wing 1x2. It's your choice on if to add this or not, because I think it's kind of a trade-off. Like, you're like, oh yes, it fits the F-14, it looks like it, but at the same time, you need to have these control surfaces, so you get a little bit of this overhang. So if you don't want it, you can just delete it. You could add an extra one here, and then just go like I mean, if you really want to, you could do this if you wanted to. I mean, it doesn't look that much better, or I would probably just cut them off if you wanted to, but it's kind of depending on what you want. I just use this. And you're gonna have, this is gonna be your ailerons. These things are a little like weird, like sometimes they'll turn up and down. You might have to fidget around with them until they turn the right way for you. But I'm pretty sure they were, I think they were the exact same. I don't know. 80, you have 1, 2, looks like I did 3. Yeah, I think there was 3. You're gonna go 83, so. Or D8, depends. You can mess around with them. I'm not 100% sure on these. And then you're gonna go. Actually, you could do this. You can do this if you want. Might look a little bit nicer. Or you can do this, which I used. And then this last one here on this side. I mean, you could make it roll. I'm pretty sure I made it equals. I'm not sure. I was looking at the blueprint. And I was like, wait, is that what they run? I don't know. If it is, you guys can make it with that. But. And then poof, we've got 1 wing down. I might make. I think I might copy the rest of this over first because this other you need room. But let me see. So now in order to connect it correctly, we need enough room for this. So what we're gonna do is gonna go motors. So this, the way this works is I push the camera all the way out here, so that when it's folded back, so that it won't ram into the engine. I mean the elevator. Because then you won't be able to turn those back flaps. So yeah, so we're gonna have to scoot this over 1. 1 is easy, 1 doesn't matter. 2 is gonna where things are gonna start getting funky. Oh, I already moved it over. Just now. Wait, what happened? Wait. Yeah, you can still place something there. Wait, what's preventing you from going? Oh, what? Tell me. Oh, this little stinker. ta-da, you can just move the thing over there when you need to, but come on. Oh gosh, what is this lag going crazy? Okay. I'm gonna place one right here. How many texts do I have? 3. I'm gonna have to delete some more. Go delete the rest of the wing in a second once I get this down, but you're gonna go text 1 by 2, you're gonna have 2 text 1 by 2s to this edge, and then you're gonna have to mess around a bit over there. You're gonna go text 1 by 2, text 1 by 2. Don't want to lose any of those precious 1x2 text blocks. And then you're gonna have to do. You're basically just gonna try to connect. The rest of this is just gonna be connecting it so you can go. I'm just gonna mess around with wedge 1 by 3s because I have so many of them, but actually that's fine. Let me think. Text blocks 1, wedge 1 by 2, and then I'm gonna have another one here. Ran out, but you'd go 1 here. You'd have and then you'd have 2 here, 2 here. Actually, you go 2, go 1 by 3 down, up. So let's just, you can delete the rest of this wing and basically hijack the rest of those wedge blocks. Those wedge blocks are now, those text 1 by 2s are now 9. And then once you've done that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and ta-da, you have a working wing now. I can grab my main pilot. I don't need my main pilot yet, but you can spawn it in if you want. This should be mostly working now. Like, you should be able to clip everything down. You should be able to spawn in. Uh-oh. I forgot to put my cylinder in my motor locking. You can use trails. Actually, I'll probably use a trail right now. Grab that. Just toss one in there and toss one in there, I guess. We also gotta make sure this connects to the right spot, but I think, yeah, that should work. Yeah, now it should stay together mostly. There we go. Oh, PL. Everything should move into place. And then you should be able to go, right clip. You'd go normal clip, then right clip. But you see, so you should have your wings, somewhat working right now. You see, it'll look like this. So make sure you can spawn in and make sure those wings are wanting to work with you. And then we'll get this other wing done, and we'll move on to the nose cone. I'm not sure what time it is. I'm getting a little tired. I think what I'll do is I'll go over this nose cone, and then I'll take a break for now. Okay. I'll go do the other wing in a bit after I copy this down. So first, we gotta get this nose cone down. So you start off with another text 1 by 3. Gosh, we're already kind of low on text 1 by 3s too. Gosh. There's never enough text 1 by 3s in the world. Never enough text in the world. Sounds like a famous quote. Never enough. There's never enough text in the world. Half triangle wedge. Yoink. Piston right over here. Oh wait, no, I already put the piston down. I forgot. Let me grab this little guy. Their motor 1 by 2, and then I'm gonna put text on the bottom of it. There we go. Text right over text 1 by 3 right there. Let me make sure this is the same level. Check. And then we're gonna go text 1 by 3, text 1 by 3. Oh, actually, we go off to the side of it. That's funny. Okay, so we gotta have a text 1 by, so text 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and then 1 by 3. So text 1 by 3. We're just gonna do this by going text 1 by 3. You have your text 1 by 2s out. You can have more than me. check, and then you grab another text 1x3. And since I want to save 1x3s, I can actually just place one here, and then only use one text 1x2 there. So now I'm gonna go skip ahead to work on this part right here, and then I'm gonna connect it because I don't want to. This part's like really painful to get down because you gotta like, you're basically clipping this to up into one side so that this is centered on the motor, but then you're also clipping the other side up into the, down into the other side, opposite side, so that it's so that's moved back into the original position. Because if you just clipped it up into one side, you'd have a perfectly rotated nose cone, but it would be like half a block off to the side. It would look weird. So now we're just gonna go from this very edge tip here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and since they're both the same height, I can just match this up. So that's 1, 2 high, and doink, and ta-da. And now everything at the same height, so you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can do this, or you can make it hollow. It's your choice. It does kind of look cool, like a gap in the hollow. That's why I chose it, actually. No reason. I'm not even sure if the block's lighter. If it was lighter, if you were really that concerned about weight, what you could do for this entire build is just paint ice, since ice is like overall lighter. And if you really wanted weight, you could like get the list out of which is less. But in a build with this much motor locking, I think it's kind of like futile to do that, unless you really want that 3% extra speed boost or something. But it might be a little bit more. But yeah, also, there's another thing you can do. You can change. I've turned it down to 15. It used to be more. But if you want to have this like PvP intense builds, or if you want more realistic, change how much this turns. 25 degrees, you'll be like PvPing, pulling like 30 Gs if you want a PvP jet. But if you just want like a more relaxed showcase type, like in a PvP server, or if you replace everything with springs, you want like more, you just want to use this with your friends or something, you can turn it down to like 5 or 10, maybe like 8, and then it'll turn a lot slower. You can also mess around, try adding some more propeller blades in the back or front if you want to balance it out to your own liking. But yeah, so where was I? Oh, I just lost track completely. Over here, text 1x3. Text 1x3. Yoink. And then you're gonna go grab. See, this piston should be right above 1, 2, and there. I mean, not piston, this piece of lock. And then that'll lock right there. And then you're gonna have done there, and then another going right there. And then we're gonna go. Wait, I placed it. No, wait a second, it's farther forward. You're gonna go 1, 2, and also you're gonna have on the one leading up to this, you're gonna go how does this connect to it again? Oh yeah, it connects like that. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Now this is what it'll look like. Copy this 8, 9. You can use any 2 keys. You can have insert home. But these 2 keys are the things you're going to use. You're just going to tap them basically until this is a 90 degree. You could turn it down a bit if you wanted it a little easier. But if you turn this one down in the future, you're going to have to turn these 2 down the exact same amount. These 2 will always be opposite because it's basically turning these 2 in syncopation with these 2. I don't really know what that word means. I don't know. There we go. I forgot what it means. There we go. Ta-da, 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 and then this will connect to that, which connects to that, which connects to that, which connects to that. And there we go. I think I'll do one more part. We'll move up to here, so my next one will be very easy to start going on to these little side pieces, which have all the details that couldn't fit in this tower. It probably would have been smarter to try to shorten these as much as possible, and then just try to build it even taller. But I hate building taller is like, risky too, because like if you go too tall, like there's some details you want to have like at lower parts, or I don't know. It's just easier to build this side, but Yeah, especially with things like cockpit relation, it's very hard to build those above because you have to like clip them down, and they're also tall parts often. Like this one, like you know how much space it would be wasted over there, but that's why I built side voice for this one. But it did kind of bite me in the back because I have to have enough room to build this over here. I probably could just build this all the way in the front and then told you guys where it would be in relation to it, but that would have been too smart for me. So it's too late now, but. Yeah, the main reason I couldn't put this all the way to the front because I wanted to show you guys where those were on the tutorial, but I didn't need to, but it doesn't matter. I'll still figure out a way to do this. I can delete chunks of this build that I've already made if worst case scenario, so the tutorial will get made either way, but right over here. So you have your piston. Oh gosh, this is so confusing. Even though I built it, it's one of those things where you need to like think of what's happening. So this is we're trying to push both of these out slightly so there's enough room for this trapdoor piece to come and slide down in between. Well, I mean, it's not really sliding down, it's opened now because there's like something that's been blocking it, and it's also kind of buggy, so. But still, so both these are going to be pushed out slightly. Okay, I guess we'll just start here at the root, the motor that's turning it on. So we're going to have to go, do we already have the motor that turns it all? I think we do, piston. So you're going to go, you see your piston, you're going to go up one to the right, like there. Then you're going to get two trails. These are going to be on the outsides. So you're going to place one trail, just place one trail here, one trail here. You're going to get your equals to trails, or a key that you basically never press. I don't think any of you guys regularly use equals. That sounds like something like... sounds like, I don't know, who would ever commonly use the equal sign. Maybe an insane person, I'm not sure, but text 1x3, right over here. Wait, what was I doing? Was it there? It was right there. So right here, this will touch the top of the trail there. Also, by once I finish this, you should be able to have like a rudimentary idea of the shape of the F-14. Once you have like the wings and stuff, you'll have like the very base, everything else. Once you get this nose cone down, once the camera locking's done, you'll have shape 100%, and then these things are kind of like the last add-ons that are sprinkled on, but yes. Also, if you want to start coloring stuff early, here's your RGBs, 138, 137, 132. This is one of the camos I'm doing. 88, 89, 93. This is for the nose cone. Engines and intakes are 30, 33, 32. And then the bottom of it is 206, 208, 205. But yeah, this is one possible camouflage you can do with like a different color on the bottom. I mean, not the bottom of the wings. Ricochet hasn't added the ability to paint that yet, but he does soon. Where you can like paint the same part, like two different colors on different sides. But and you can have like a separate setting for that. There's a long way paint could come. But yeah, let me go back over here. So now we're gonna go. You're gonna go one in front of these, and then you're gonna go yoink, and then the settings for these pistons are Control C. Toss those in there. 0.42 left bracket, max force toggle unlock. I normally just tap these really lightly right after I spawn in, like quickly, not hold them down. I'm not sure if there's any relation. It could just be like a good luck ritual where I tap the pistons and then hope that it doesn't suddenly flip down and then they all teleport backwards and ruin the build. I mean, it doesn't really ruin, you just have to tap them again. It's kind of like Russian roulette, tap the pistons and hope they don't teleport 3 miles backwards, and then you have to, yeah, that's the one problem I had to build before I knew that about Plane Crazy lag, and that Plane Crazy is not some all rainbows and ponies where you can build anything. I thought, I was like, oh, I'll just make a build that's literally like every single angle, and there was probably like 20 something of them, motor angles on like a 4,000 part build, all that had pistons attached to them in order to get the ultimate angles. It was like supposed to be some kind of steampunk ship. It would literally crash my game though after I spawned in. Like Plane Crazy could just not handle that much. It was the equivalent of a lag machine, but a different name for it. If lag machines had to be called different things, maybe. Okay, so now we have actually, yeah, so there's those little sneakers. Actually, why can't I just place these farther back ones? Because they won't be rotated down as much. That's actually starting to seem smart. 1, 2, 1. I think so. You're just going to place these like there. Actually, you're going to place them in the center here. You're going to go. Actually, can they connect? No. I have to set this up differently. Gosh, time to go collect the rest of my 1x2 texts. Where are my 1x2 texts? Give me my 1x2 texts. I want my 1x2 texts. There we go. I just stole some 1x2 texts back so I can do this. We're gonna go. Yeah, a lot of tutorial making is basically a comprehensive review of your own build. You can make a lot of small changes that make some small improvements on it. But here we go. So now that this is connected, you can now go. Actually, these two. We're gonna need even more 1x2 wedges. No, I don't have enough. Early Back to the Future Summit. Don't use as many 1x2 wedges. I mean 1x2 sign texts. You won't have enough. There's a limited amount. Don't do it. Let me see. Then you can go. Aha! If you're gonna do that one, no wonder that one was like. I'm just gonna do it, even though I'm not gonna be using that build by the end of this tutorial. Check. I might just delete the entire old build and use the slightly updated version with slightly more optimized, but I could make a camo for it that way. Okay, now I need some more signs text. I'm just gonna slowly, progressively delete the signs off the things I've already copied over, because that seems to be effective. And if I really mess something up, I can just grab my showcase build and feel around for them. Okay, there we go. Both of those are attached. That's attached, and now this is gonna be your little line. Like, you know how they have that thin line on the F14s that can be painted differently. This is gonna let you paint that whatever you want. If you want to have rainbow colored F14, you can now do that with this, or along the edge of the cockpit. So right over here, tossing one there. Actually, no, that you can't do it like that. You have to toss one there, and then these bottom two right here. This will get rid of the problem of these little stand things poking out slightly. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh, this will be so easy. I'll just use oh, we can just put a camera there. It'll be fine. But no, I can't put a camera there because they'll stick to each other. I think I actually forgot that cameras would stick to each other, and I tried to like spawn it in, and it didn't work. And I was like, wow. Well, I wonder why. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can go. Then you're gonna go tell delta wedges 1x3 up. Now here's a bit of your personal choice. You can do this. It's a little less prominent because these things will poke out slightly, and sometimes it may look like a little bulky spot on the front. So you can do it like this, or you can do it like this. It depends on what you want. I'm just gonna stick to the tutorial for now because I don't know, maybe if I spawn it in, the entire thing will bug because I switched that one part. But you could, if you don't like the way it looks on the front, you can just switch that spot out and might make it a little bit nicer. I'm not sure. But yep, that's all connected to there. This should theoretically, this should technically possibly work. Yes, I think this will be the end of the very first part. You can just copy over this wing. I'm gonna spawn this in first though. Make sure everything's connected. If it's not, I'll go back and we'll go figure out what it is. Oh, yep, something is not connected. Oh, I think I know. Wait, I don't know. I think I don't know actually. Oh wait, yes I do. We forgot a trail. This is a sign on. You why you guys always be so careful with your builds. Deleting one part, like if you delete one motor lock, the moment you clip everything together, your entire build will just go boink. And it's also kind of sad because sometimes, like with my Zeppelin, I got shot in the motor locking once because I'm too lazy to add magnet spots to it still. Actually, the spot's clipping down too fast. What you're gonna do is, I want to make sure this works, so what you're gonna need to do is, this is basically what's gonna be like in the actual build, but you'll basically do this, put some TNT in right up to there, and that'll prevent that entire section from clipping down before you're done. And you need every block counts with this, because if you don't have enough space. Did it clip down still? Did you dare clip down still? Nope, it didn't. PL. All of this clips down easy. And then minus. Oh, this thing doesn't want to. Oh, it's because I go. It's because I think I've placed the wrong block or something. Okay. This all connects. Theoretically, there shouldn't be any reason. Oh. Big brain moment. Real big brain moment. It's gonna 3 quintillion IQ moment. You even put the straight settings in the motor. There we go. Okay, now this should work. This is gonna be actually, this will be the second motor we will have. So what you're gonna do is when you're gonna spawn, you're gonna start off by holding 8, right here, until it's just eye it out, and then you're gonna hold minus until you get around that point. Actually, you're gonna want to do your pistons first normally, and then do that. But then you'll be able to just do that, and boom, you'll basically have the start of. Wait, why did that thing clip down so far? I think my piston's bugging. Actually, no, it's supposed to clip down that far. And then it goes, yeah, so it looks like everything is, let me just it looks like this is pretty much the base. You can copy over the wing now. In the next tutorial, I'll copy it over, because I'm too lazy to copy it over. I'll start it off, fine, I'll copy it over. But it'll be a good ending point to have the base of both wings done. Materials, ice. Same thing, wing panel 1x2, wing panel 1x3, wing panel 1x3, delta wing 1x, 1x2, delta wing 1x2, delta wing 1x2, and then now that I have this spot done, I can just delete a little hole, like a little ant burrowing into the rest of the build. Just delete out this part. Let me make sure I set that spot up right. Just finish burrowing in to this spot of the old build. So, there you go. And then now what you're gonna do, wing panel 1x3, wing panel 1x3, wing panel 1x3, delta wing, control surface 1x2 equals, or a B, I'm not sure right now. You guys can mess around. I mean, it's not like a strict build, like I'm gonna go find and see you guys if you change anything on this tutorial. But yes, I mean, not yes about that, but I'm gonna go see if I think I can fit this in here. It's fine. Oh my gosh, it's a Tex 1x2, so rare. Haven't seen one of those in years. Haven't seen a nice Tex 1x2 in so long. But yes, right over here. Get your Tex 1x3s out, guys. Get all your Tex 1x3s out, and then we have to do this. We're gonna go like done, done, done. Now you're gonna go done, 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 done. And you're gonna go one, done, done. Usually you find some way to clip them like that, and then you can go. And then from there, the process is pretty easy. Yoink. And then you can go another yoink, yoink, space in between. Space in between. Check, check, check. And let me just delete these ones here so I got enough room. Check. Okay, so you end it right about here. And then right here. And so, oh gosh, so close to my landing. This first part of the tutorial. At this rate, I think we'll have like, this is part 1. We'll have part 2. Yeah, I can finish this in 3 parts. It might be. I'm not sure how long this part is. It might have been an hour. It might have been 30 minutes. I lose track of time. It's easier to do these tutorials when I'm talking to a mic, though. It'll get very boring fast. Sometimes I normally try to record without music so I can overlay it on, because I think I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more higher quality. But it is so tiring just staring at and recreating a build. Doing nothing. Even when you can listen to anything, it helps, but the problem is sometimes when you listen to stuff, it'll distract you. I mean, even talking, it can distract you from building, but okay, here we go, finally. And with this last piece, this should officially be the end of part 1 of this tutorial. We'll do a last check, make sure everything's sticking together. Oh, I haven't put the motor on the other one, which means this wing will... Which means if I do this, yeah, the wing will just be like, yoink. What's up, guys? I'm a little wing. Let me give you guys the information for that other motor. It is equals V. So if that one's equals V, this one should be V equals, yeah, it's just the opposite. Ooh, we're finally done. Finally done. OP. L8 0 minus check. Yay, look at that, guys. It's working. The intakes will be overlaid onto this edge, so you'll have your intakes right about there. Cockpit and stuff over there. Look at this build looks so singing, it's goofy. One piece of motor locking can be missing and your build will look 10 times as goofy, but without the camera lock, this is what your build will kind of look like. Like, these are all the angles and stuff you'll have that's not attached to camera lock. You'll have this part, you'll have this part coming down, but I mean, it looks like some kind of advanced thing. But yeah, right here, make sure your wings work. If they don't, go review the tutorial, make sure nothing's sticking there, but whew, there's part 1 done. This is Summit Builds, and I will see you guys next video. Goodbye.